Hi everybody, it's me Tess with Tess Loves Yarn, and as you all can see, I am home again, clickety click, right? Back in my yarn room. We literally just got home today from the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and I will be giving all of you an update on the Mayo Clinic, but not today. So today what we're here to talk about is this little chicken and what I have come up with to make this little chicken very different from other little chickens you have seen. All right, so I had an idea. I didn't see this anywhere. This is just an original thought that came to me to make this chicken lay an egg. Yeah, I wanted to make this chicken lay an egg, and guess what? I figured out how to do it. Yes, I did. And there you have it, you guys. How cute is that? We have an egg-laying chicken. And I love this. I love it because it's interactive. And I mean, oh my gosh, I know for myself, ever since I made this, like, I can't quit making the chicken lay the egg. So if you guys do markets, I guarantee you these will fly off your table. I mean, seriously, these are too stinking cute, aren't they? Now, if you're giving these away as gifts to grandchildren, anybody, co-workers, anybody that you want to make two granny squares and sew them together to make this chicken, and then put in the little device that makes it lay the egg, whoever you give this to is going to absolutely love it. If you're going to make these as a gift, they're going to love it. If you're making these to sell at markets, you're going to sell. So you better make a lot. Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I did this. Now, there is a certain way to do this that makes it a little bit better than just kind of haphazardly putting it in there. And that's why I decided to do the tutorial on it, to show you the best way I found, since I'm the one that has been experimenting with this little device. This is the little device right here. I am going to leave a link for where you can purchase this, but this is what makes the egg right here. And I am going to show you how to stuff your chicken and then put it in there just perfectly so that it does exactly what you want it to do, which is lay that cute egg. Yeah, lay that cute egg. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera down and I am going to show you how to do this. And you guys, I do have a video on how to make this solid granny square. I will link it in the description below, and I also have the video on how to do this chicken right here. I will also link that below with a description of giving you some information on the originator of the granny square chicken idea. I hope that all came out right. Yeah. So with all that said, I'm going to flip the camera down. We are going to do this tutorial where I show you exactly how to stuff the chicken and place the little gadget right here. And then we will come back and talk in a minute, okay? So hang on while I flip the camera down and I will be right back. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so I have the camera in the down position and I want to show you what you're going to need to do this project. You're going to need 2 granny squares. A solid granny square is preferred so that your polyfill or your fluff doesn't show through when you stuff your chicken. You're going to need some matching yarn for your granny square. You're going to need a darning needle, some scissors, and this little item right here, which is just called a squeeze toy insert. I couldn't really find any more of a detailed name than that, but this is what it does. This is going to make your egg, okay? So I will leave a link to these in the description below so that you can find them quickly. And you can order them if you would like, okay? So I'm going to put these aside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to thread our needle. So I'm just going to thread my needle right now. And then we are simply going to sew 3 sides, just 3 sides of our project together. I am going to start, I think, let's see, I think I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to start right here. So what I like to do is I like to line my corners up, and then I go in on the inner loop. See this loop right here? Here's your V's at the top. I go in through the very inner loop, and then I come across to the other granny square and I grab the inner loop only on that square, and then I sew. So that is how I like to do it. You might have a different way that you prefer to sew your granny squares. So I like to do just the 2 inner loops, and I do a crisscross. I just go back and forth like this. Crisscross. Inner loops only. And I'm gonna show you why I like to do it this way. I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a minute when it's spread out, which is what it's gonna basically look like when it's stuffed. So I just keep going down and grabbing those 2 inner loops, 1 from each granny square, just like this. And then I'm going to open this up and kind of show you what it looks like, because after you stuff it, you know, it gets really full, and then you can look and see what this is going to look like after it's stuffed. And you can see that before you actually stuff it. If you just lay it out, like unfold it, make sure you're grabbing your whole stitch. I just missed 2 strands, but I went back and picked them up. Okay, so I think I have enough to show you what this is going to look like when it is full of stuffing. Now, doesn't that look pretty? And that's why I do it this way. I think that looks really nice right there. It just gives a really nice seam, and I really like that. Okay, so that's why I do it this way. So you guys can pause the camera right now and you can go through and sew 3 sides and then meet me right back here. So that's what we'll do right now. You don't need to watch me sew 3 sides of this granny square together, but go ahead, sew your 3 sides together and then we'll come back. Okay, thanks everybody. Okay, so now I have sewn 3 sides of my 2 granny squares together, Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this square and we're going to hold it up, straight up like this, and then we're going to put our hands in, grab a hold of this seam and push it downwards. And this is what makes your tail end of your chicken. So I'm going to show you that again. Stand your granny square straight up with your hand in, and then with your thumb on that seam, push it straight down. So now you've got a vertical seam here, but you have a horizontal seam in the back. Okay? So that is how that is going to look. Now, when you do that, you can determine then where the top of your chicken is and where the comb should be, which is up here, and the beak right here. So, real quick, I'm going to show you how to do a simple comb and a simple beak. Okay, so I've got a 4.0 mil crochet hook. You use whatever your yarn that you're using recommends. But what we're going to do, we're going to go in right about here somewhere, and you're going to slip stitch into there, just like so. And then we're going to make 3 half double crochets all in that same space, just like this. 3 half double crochets, and then we're going to slip stitch right back into the same space. Okay, now we're going to make 4 double crochets into the next stitch up at the top here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets, and then we're going to slip stitch into that same stitch. Now we're going to make 3 more half double crochets into the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into there, and you're going to chain 1, and you're going to cut your yarn. Okay, and pull that out, and there you have a comb. That's just a very simple comb that I actually just came up with. So it's just easy to do. It's 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, slip stitch, 4 double crochets, slip stitch, 3 half double crochets, slip stitch. So there you have that one. Now the beak, I'm going to get a little bit of yellow yarn here, and we are going to go in to our chicken underneath the comb, just couple stitches down. I think I'm going to put mine like right here because I think I'll place the eyes right there. So I'm going to slip stitch in just like this, and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets, and then I'm going to do a double crochet. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to do another double crochet, and then I'm going to do a slip stitch right in there, and this forms my little beak right here. And then I'm going to chain 1, and there we have it. And just give it a little squish, and there's your beak. Okay, So you can decide placement of yours. If you want to put the beak down here, you can do it down a little bit lower. I just like mine to be a little bit higher. And then what I do is I come in and I pull all of these strings, or you know, the yarn tails. I pull them inside my project, and then I knot them off so that they're very sturdy and secure. Pull this one in too. Just pull them in. Sorry if I went off camera there. Just pull them inside your project. Pull all of your little yarn tails inside your project, and then we're just simply going to tie them off on the inside to secure them. Yeah, very, very easy to do. Simple, simple, simple. See? Yeah. And we're going to stuff our chicken now so that we can get it ready to add our little squeeze toy, which is going to make our chicken lay its egg. So, oops, gotta put that in. Gotta put that one in a little better here. Let's see. And then you guys, I like to sew my eyes on. It's very simple to sew an eye on. You just go back and forth a couple of times over one stitch, and you have an eye, and you do it on both sides. Okay, now if you want a smaller beak than this, just do one single crochet, one double crochet, a chain two, another double crochet, and one single crochet. I kind of like my beak like that. So there. Yeah. Okay, so now you have all of your yarn on the inside, and you're going to just tie it off. You can just turn it inside out. Tie it in the knot I recommend, which you put your 2 strings up. You go right over left. Don't tie it too tight or you're going to buckle your chicken. And then do left over right. And this is a knot that won't come undone, you guys. But there you have it. That's tying that one. And then we're going to do the beak. And same thing, right over left. And left over right. And then our comb and our beak are secured just like this. And now we're going to stuff it. Like I said, sew your eye on before you stuff it. It's just easier to do. I am going to do it after I stuff it because I'm just being lazy. I'm being lazy, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna do that last. Or maybe I'll just do it now. I guess I'll do it now. Let's see. Let me get my oops, sorry about that. Let me get my black yarn here. And I'm going to show you how I make the eye. I just make the eye with my darning needle, which, let's see, what did I do with the darning needle? I don't know. I'm going to grab another one. Here we go. I have 100 of these. Not really, but I've got a lot of them because I'm constantly misplacing them, as you could just see. So I'm going to put my eye about, I think, right here. So I'm just going to go in and going to leave a little bit of a tail, and I'm just going to go in the same exact stitch a couple of times to create that eye. You can use a safety eye if you want, but they don't always stay in so well. So it's kind of up to you what you want to do. But there, we have an eye right there. And then I'm just going to simply go straight across to the other side. And I'm going to do an eye over here. Same way, I'm just going to go in and out of the stitch just a couple of times to create that eye. I usually like on the chickens, I usually like to do it 3 times. And just make sure that that's all together. There we go. So that's our eyes. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull the strings to the inside of our chicken. I just use my hook. I grab it, pull it in, just like that. Okay. And then we're going to tie these, and once again I'm going to use the method to tie that doesn't come undone. Right over left and left over right. Don't tug that too tight because you do want to get some fluff up in there. Okay, some of your polyfill. And there you have your eye. So very simple. Okay, this is my little tin where I keep my my yarn that I embroidery faces on, because I usually embroidery most of my faces. Sometimes I do use Gorilla Glue with felt eyes because I also love felt eyes. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to stuff our little chicken. So I'm just gonna grab some polyfill and I'm gonna put my polyfill in here. And remember, on this chicken, you're going to squish the seam at the end of those 2 vertical seams. You're going to squish it down and make it horizontal like this. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we are going to sew 1/2 closed, and we're going to start at not the middle stitch, the seam stitch right here. We're going to start at the stitch next to it. Okay, because that middle seam is where this is going to come out to make your egg. All right, so thread up your needle again, just like this, and I'm going to sew it in the exact same way that I did my other sewing. I'm gonna grab those inside stitches and I'm just gonna sew it straight across, just back and forth, straight across. So sew this up any way you like. This is the way I like to do it. And then once we have this done, I'm going to show you what to do next. We're going to add some more polyfill for one thing. But let's get this all sewn up. There we go. Okay. And just hang on to the end of this right here. You're going to tie these off when you get to that point. Now I'm going to go back in through here and I'm going to bring my yarn out because I have plenty. So, and now I'm going to go over to this side and I'm going to first dig a little hole in this polyfill, but we're going to add a little more polyfill here. So we're going to put some in the corner over here. And then we're going to place some more in here into this corner as well. Now you don't want to overstuff your chicken, but you do want your chicken to be nicely stuffed. You know what I'm saying? If you overstuff it, you're going to see way too much of the polyfill through the holes. So don't overstuff it. Now we're going to build up this middle section just a little bit, but we're going to make sure we got a nice little pocket right here where we're going to fit the squeeze toy. Okay, so that squeeze toy needs to go right in here with just the very tip sticking out. So build up your polyfill to allow this to be in there and for the little tip part to be sticking out. And it should go all the way down just like this with the tip sticking out. So you want that tip right here at your seams, okay? Just like this. So I'm going to take my yarn and I'm just going to tie my very end together right here to secure that. Just like that. And I'm going to toss it inside my chicken. Okay. And now I'm going to go back across and I'm going to grab some stitches and sew this up securely around my little egg part that is sticking out. For lack of a better thing to call it, you guys, I'm calling it an egg thing, an egg part, okay? Yeah. And then I'm going to come around this. I'm just going to slide my needle into these stitches. I'm not going to sew those, obviously, because we want this to be able to expand, but I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab some stitches over on the other side of it and go through and sew right there, okay? And then I'm just going to go back to sewing the way I like, which is through my 2 inner loops. Let's see, just like this. And we are going to sew our 2 granny squares completely closed. Okay, just like this. And you guys, these are great as just like gifts for family, friends, grandchildren, co-workers. I mean, you don't have to be doing markets to make these. If you are doing markets, just be prepared to demonstrate these, because people won't know that these chickens lay eggs until you show them, or you can place a sign that says egg laying chicken. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna do that. Now we're gonna weave in this tail a little bit here. I just kind of go back and then I go in and I pull it out through the chicken body and put it through the fluff, because the fluff will make sure that it's secure. Hold on to where that last stitch is so it doesn't buckle your granny square, and just poke it down. Okay. Woo! Did you see that? All right, and then here's the test. And yeah, your chicken lays an egg. There you go. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that not the cutest thing ever? Oh, it's me again, you guys. Guess what? I forgot to tell you to put a little tail on right here to hide your egg. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do that, since I totally forgot. So I've got my hook. Okay, we're going to come in here, we're going to grab these stitches, and we're going to slip stitch right off center. I'm going to slip stitch, and then you're just going to chain probably, I would say, at least 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're going to go back into the very same stitch and you're going to slip stitch. Okay, just like this, and that makes this first little feather. Then you're going to go right into the middle and you're going to grab some stitches there, come out and slip stitch, so you're right over your egg part now, and you're going to make more chains. I would do 12 to 15, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, my gosh, so sorry about that. I hit the camera. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see. Let's try 12. I think 12 looks good on this chicken. And you're going to go back into the same stitch and slip stitch that shut. And there you have 2 feathers. And then you're going to go into your next stitch here, slip stitch, and then once again make the same amount of chains that you made on this side. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're going to go back in and slip stitch again. Okay, I'm going to chain 1 and cut your thread. All right, and what it is it adds a pretty little tail, and then that also helps hide your little egg part. So this is what it looks like. You got your tail right there. These parts right here, you're going to just put them into your body of your chicken there. You know, weave in your ends and put them in the body of your chicken, and there you go. That tail covers up your little egg parts when it's just sitting. So you see that? See how it, I'm sorry, my tail's in the way. My yarn tail, but here's the tail. So it does cover up the little egg part when the chicken is sitting, and then when you squeeze it, you know, it comes out and you can see that it's laying an egg. So yeah, it's super cool, you guys. And you guys, these are going to do great for your markets, or they're going to do great, like I said, as gifts. So anyway, hang on while I turn the camera back around and we will talk for a minute. All right, thanks everybody. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you will try making these because, like I said, they are great for markets or as gifts to friends, family, grandkids, coworkers, anybody. I mean, think of how much fun it would be to receive one of these egg-laying chickens from somebody. I mean, oh my gosh, and they're super cute. You can put this anywhere. And then you know what? If you're feeling a little stressed or you need a little pickup, you just give your chicken a little squeeze and make it lay an egg. I mean, it's super cute, right? So you guys give that a try. I will have all the links listed below. The links to the little gadget here that makes the egg. I think it's just called a little squeeze toy insert. I think that's what they're called. They really don't have like an official name, but you get 20 of these for about $14 on Amazon. You can also buy a smaller package of like 10, and I think you can get a package of 10 for like $8. So it just depends on if you're making them for markets or if you're making them for family, friends, etc., and how many you want to make, right? So I bought the 20 pack because I am making these for a market, plus I might just give a couple away. Yeah, I just might. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed all of that. Just a quick reminder that my private memberships to my channel are now open and available. If you are interested in that, you can click that button below that says join, and it will give you all the information, and then you can decide if you actually want to join or not, okay? If you are new here to my channel, I would be tickled pink if you'd hit that subscribe button. That helps my channel tremendously, and I would greatly appreciate that. I saw in my analytics like 86% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed, and I'm like, no! Yeah. So if you like me, please do hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, you know how much I appreciate all of you for your loyalty to me and my channel, for always being here, and for leaving me the sweetest comments. You guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Very grateful for all of you. With that said, you know what comes next. Be kind and be safe out there in the world, no matter where you are. And I will see you soon. All right? Thanks, everybody. Bye.